Right. Good afternoon, everyone. What is the last concept? Test suite, right? Okay, right. Online students, is it the screen is visible? Online students can respond in the chat window. All the online students can respond in the chat window. Okay, right. Let's complete on that. So which we have been implementing with this particular framework. As part of the framework, the one we have been done with WebDriver. For this particular WebDriver, we need to be get integrated with TestNG. Now, for this particular TestNG, we need to be get integrate with TestSuite. The one we are taking with WebDriver and then taking with TestNG and then considering the TestSuite. It's not like mandatory that we need to be get stop it at the TestSuite. So based on that project requirement, it can be continued with in integrating with any of the features here. So we have been stopping up to TestSuite here. In that, this particular WebDriver, what is the use of the WebDriver? Use of the WebDriver is to develop automation script. For the purpose of developing the automation script, we are taking with the help of WebDriver. Then we are taking with TestNG. What is the use of TestNG? To generate HTML reports. For the purpose of generating HTML reports, we need to be taking with the help of this particular TestNG. And then we got TestSuite. What is the meaning of the TestSuite? What is it? Group of test cases. This particular TestSuite, we need to be mentioning that group of test cases. Now, in our framework, we have been taking care about in implementing with WebDriver and then TestNG and then TestSuite here. This WebDriver, we need to be able to develop automation script. TestNG, we got generating with HTML report and then TestSuite, which will be taking with group of test cases here. Okay. Now, this particular WebDriver TestNG, we are already done, which need to be taking with TestSuite. This particular TestSuite, how we can implement TestSuite? If we take TestSuite, how we can implement TestSuite? Taking the help of XML file. The one we are taking with the help of XML file. While creating with the XML file, you can provide any name. You can provide any name here. It doesn't make any problem. As simple as the TestSuite we are implementing, with the help of XML file. So for our existing framework, previously what we have been done with existing framework, we are not disturbing that particular activity. The existing framework, we are not disturbing that particular activity, but which need to be taken care about in implementing this particular TestSuite. So let's see that what exactly the steps need to be followed. Further, we need to be create with the XML file. In that particular XML file, once we got create with the XML file, in that particular XML file, you need to be taking with the help of tag names here. What are the tag names we are using? Classes and packages. One we are taking with the classes and the one we will be taking with packages. When we are using the classes, When we have to use classes, when we have to use packages. Classes, less number of test cases. If you want to be get execute, less number of test cases. If you want to be get execute, less number of test cases, then you will be taking with classes. In a similar way, if you want to be get execute more number of test cases, then you will be taking with packages here. Okay, let's see that. Further, we need to be get create XML file. In that XML file, we need to be get provide this particular respective tag names here. Okay. Further, we are taking with the help of our existing framework. In the existing framework, what we have been already done with the combination of WebDriver and TestNG, which we are already done with the combination of WebDriver and TestNG. We are not disturbing that. It has been continued with that. According to that, addition to that, we need to be get implementing with test suite here. To implement with the test suite, to get implement with the test suite, we need to be get implementing with the test suite, we need to be get taking with the help of XML. That XML file we need to create. To create XML, taking with the right click and then taking with new and then using with the option. What is option? File. We are just doing with the right click. And then taking with the option is file. For this particular file, we need to be get provide file name. Name, you can provide anything. The name, you can provide anything. It doesn't make any problem. Considering with the name, you can provide anything. And this particular one, TestNG, we need to be get provide giving with the extension. We need to be get provide that particular respective extension that will be considering the XML. So now, if I got click on finish, which it will be creating with testng.xml. As simple as for the existing project, we need to be get provide. For the existing project, we need to be get provide test suite. To provide with the test suite, it will be taking with the help of XML. Now, in this particular XML, we need to be provide with the tag names in the very correct way. I mean, including with the capital letter and small letter spaces, you need to be go in the correct way. If you are comfortable in typing with the code, you can get continued with the same. If you are comfortable in typing with the code, you can get continue with the same. Otherwise, you can refer this particular TestNG website. You can refer that particular TestNG website that will be using the option is documentation. Once you click on documentation, it will be using the option. What is the third option? TestNG.xml. So that particular third option, we need to be get considering the TestNG.xml. So which is providing that particular respective Excel code, which it will be providing that particular respective XML code. You can utilize that and then making with all the required modification. You can utilize this particular sample XML code. We can utilize this particular sample XML code and we can go with required modification. Now, providing that particular respective code according to our understanding. One tag name of classes is equal to one tag name of classes. Okay. One tag name of class name is equal to one. One tag name of classes is equal to one test suite, not test case. One tag name of classes is equal to one test suite. Under that, one tag name of class name is equal to one test case. Okay. For now, we required only one test suite. For now, we required only one particular test suite. We required only one particular test suite that we will be mentioning that, which we will be taking with one particular test suite. Now, you can see here, considering that which need to be get mentioned. Now, so here, first we will be providing suite name. The name can be anything. The suite name can be anything. If require the modifications, we can provide. Verbose, by default, it will be one only, not required to make any changes. Test name, if you want to be get, change with the name. Test name, in case of need to be get, change with the name that you can provide. And then taking with tag name of classes. So one tag name of classes is equal to one test suite. One tag name of classes is equal to one test suite. Under that, you will be taking with one tag name of class name. One tag name of class name is equal to one test case. What are all the test cases you want to execute? What are all the test cases you want to be get executed? You need to be get provide list of the test cases. For that, considering that com.hrms.test script. So the one you will be considering that com.hrms.test script dot, which you will be taking with test case 1. So which you will be getting considering that test case 1. So this is we need to be get consider. This is we need to be get consider one test case. So if I run this particular test suite, how many test cases it will execute? How many test cases it will execute? It will execute only one. If you want to be get execute two test cases, what need to be done? Two test cases, what need to be done? Taking with two tag name of class names, which need to be get taking with two tag name of class names here. So this will be considering that mentioning about test case 2 here. Now by that, if I run this particular test suite, how many test cases it will execute? How many test cases it will execute? 2. Run as, what is option you are using? What is option you got? TestNG suite. Previously, what is option we got? TestNG test. In case of main method, what is option we got? Run as Java application. In case of main method, run as Java application. In case of testng, individual test case, run as testng test. In case of group of test cases, run as testng suite. Now, how many test cases we provided? How many test cases we provided? 2. So now we can see that it's need to be get execute with. It's need to be get execute with both the test cases. Either we are available in front of system or not. So which will be taking care about in executing all the list of the test cases. In the list, how many test cases are there? It will take care about in executing all the test cases. This is again considering like test case 1. And then it will take test case 2. We are not starting it. Automatically it has to be started and then generating the result. Taking care about adding the employee. Now you can see that. See the whole result. What is the test run it is provided? What is the test run it is provided? 2. Pass will be 2. So it got executed. It got executed 2 test cases. It got executed taking with the 2 test cases. So this is how we have a possibility. This is how we have a possibility in providing all the required test cases. What are all the test cases has been required? What are all the test cases has been required? You can provide list of the test cases. That is one option. Apart from using the tag name of classes, what is another name? Packages. Either it can go with the classes, or it will be taking with packages. Either it will be taking with the classes and which will be taking with packages, which will be providing that, considering that package name, which need to be get provide that particular respective package name. And here we need to be provide the name as simple as we need to be get considering that com dot, which will be taking with HRMS dot, which will be taking with test script, which will be taking with test scripts here. So is that correct? Test scripts. Okay. So whatever the package name is there in the project, whatever the name is there, as it is, it's need to be get matched. Now it will execute all the test cases available under that package. We got 2 test cases which need to be get executed. 2 test cases. Either it can work with tag name of classes, or it can work with tag name of packages. This is how you got a possibility. So this taking with second test case. So and then it will be providing with final report here. Okay. So considering that pass will be the 2 and then failure will be 0. Now we can see that test-output folder. If we look into test-output folder, we need to be able to see that all the reports. What are the reports we got? Emailable report, index, default suite, which will be taking with emailable report, It is clearly mentioned that what are the test cases has been passed and what are the test cases has been failed. So by seeing this particular kind of final report, we can easily understand that how many test cases has been passed and how many test cases has been failed. So this kind of execution which will not be taking with the test suit only for one test case. When you're having more number of test cases to execute, you can go with this particular test suit. This is how we have a possibility considering that WebDriver and then TestNG and then test suite. What is the use of the WebDriver? Use of the WebDriver to develop automation script. Use of the TestNG to generate HTML report here. Use of the test suite to execute group of test cases. For the purpose of executing with group of test cases, which will be taking with the help of test suite. This is how, according to the project requirement, we can get continued in implementing with all the required feature. So that we can considering that hybrid framework, or sometimes we can call as TestNG framework. So now, along with that, we need to get understand about one more framework. What is it? POM. Take with the new heading is POM. Online students also take with the new heading is POM. When a new heading is POM. Right. Have a heading is POM. Let's have a heading is POM and write the description. Mention that why POM, and make a note of this particular description. Have a main heading. Is that particular POM. Have a main heading is POM. Under that, mention that why POM, and make a note of this description. Online students also make a note of this particular description up to that highlighted one. right? This done? Okay, right. So let's understand what exactly mean by this POM and why it has been came into the picture. As simple as the previously we have been taking care about this particular hybrid framework. In that, according to that particular framework, the one we have been done with global.java and general.java. What we got maintained in global.java? Global.java. Test data and objects. General.java. All reusable functions, right? According to our framework standards, in global.java, we got provided test data and objects here. In general.java, we provided reusable function. Day one of the framework, when we automated first test case, what are the functions we provided in general.java? We written open application, login, logout, close application. How many functions we got? 4 functions. On the day one of the framework, when we automated with the first test case, we got created with the 4 function, considering that open application, login, logout, close application. 4 functions were written. After that, we got automated one more test case of add employee. Related to add employee, what are the functions we written? Related to add employee, what are the extra functions we written? Apart from that 4 functions, did we written function of enter into frame? Written or not? Exit frame, add employee. 3 functions we written. One is enter into frame. Another one is exit from frame. Another one is add employee. For the first test case, how many functions we got? 4. The second test case, how many extra we got? 3. What are the total functions? Considering that 7. When you are working with edit employee, you may written some more methods. When you're working delete employee, you may written some more method. Considering that when you are automating with more number of test cases, when you are automating with more number of test cases, it will be continued. When you are automating with more number of test cases, it will be continued increasing the functions in general.java. According to that framework standards, we maintained all the functions in one class. Initially okay, but going forward in some certain criteria, there may be a chances your maintenance will become a problem. Because when you are automating some thousands of test cases, related to that, providing all the functions in one particular class, which is not like an easy. There may be a chances maintenance will become a problem. Because of that, this particular frameworks came into the picture. Every framework, it will have its own advantages and it will have drawbacks. What this POM is mentioning is, what is the meaning of POM? What is it? Page Object Model. So this particular POM, it is mentioning that page object model. I mean, rather than maintaining all the functions in one class, rather than maintaining all the functions in one particular class, you can maintain in multiple classes. Rather than maintaining all the functions in one class, you can maintain in multiple classes. While maintaining in multiple classes, it's not like randomly you are providing 10 functions in one class, 20 functions in another class. You can maintain based on page wise, or you can maintain based on module wise. That is what your framework. So meaning of this POM? Page object model. You can maintain all the required data. You can maintain all the required data based on the page wise or taking with module wise. Now we can see how we can do that. Working any framework, concept is same. As usual, you may work with any framework. You have to take care about two things here. Considering the design of automation framework. Another one is design of automation script. One activity, design of automation framework. Another activity, design of automation script. According to the real-time standards, design of automation framework. According to the real-time standards, design of automation framework. Taking care by test lead. Design of automation scripts. Taking care by tester. Now, while working POM also, we need to be get followed with the same thing here. As simple as creating with project, you can provide some project name. Under project, you will create one package, providing the package name. Consider that com.hrms.pages, because considering with automation framework, what is the meaning of automation framework? Meaning of automation framework. Yeah. Meaning of automation framework. What is it? Creation of folder structure with standard rules. The meaning of automation framework, we need to be get mentioning that creation of folder structure with standard rules. So according to the POM, we need to be get, according to the POM, we need to be get creating that particular respective folders. That we will be considering that com.hrms.pages, one folder. Under that, you will be taking with login page.java. Related to login page, whatever the objects required, whatever the functions required need to be provided. Related to login page, whatever the objects required and whatever the functions required need to be get provided. Okay. After that, which will be taking with, which will be considering that taking with logout page.java. Related to logout page, whatever the objects required, whatever the functions required need to be provided. As simple as while working with the POM, we are maintaining all the required information based on page wise, or you are taking with module wise. Related to the respective page, we are providing all the required information. Still, if required, considering the add employee page dot Java, that will be taking with objects and then taking with functions here. Okay. Now, similar to that, it will be taking with. Similar to this, we need to be get mentioning that considering that verify page dot Java. You need to be get mentioning that verify page dot Java. So here you need to be get provide the functions related to verification. You need to be provide the functions related to verification. So related to whole application. These are based on page wise, but the verification, this particular verification, it's not like in a page. Verification is related to only one particular page. Verification, it's not like related to one particular page, which is related to whole application. Related to whole application, whatever the functions required, related to whole application, whatever the functions required, we can provide. Considering that as an example, mentioning that verify title, and which we can consider verify text. Whatever the functions related to verification activity, we can provide it. After that, as usual, considering that com.hrms. taking with test script here. Under test script, considering that TC001 and then taking with TC002. Okay. After that, it will be taking with com.hrms. It will be taking with utility. You can provide any of the name based on your comfortable. The package names can be provided anything. So here we need to be provide creating one particular class name, that will be considering the base class dot Java, providing the one particular class name, considering the base class dot Java. This particular base class dot Java, now you can see here we are providing our driver object, our main driver object provided here. Along with this, we need to be provided open application and then provided close application, because open application, close application, is that related to any one particular page? It's not like related to any one particular page. It is not like related to any one particular page. Because of that, we need to be mentioned that in base class we are providing. Along with this, you can go with test-ng, considering the test-output. If required, you can go with test suite, that will be considered testng.xml. All the things we can implement similar to that hybrid framework, we can implement it, but as simple as while working with the POM, the only difference While working with the POM, the only difference is we are providing based on page wise, or we can consider model wise. We are providing based on the page wise or taking with model wise. So that is what making you the difference. That is what making you the difference between other frameworks and POM. This is how we need to be taking care about. This is how we need to be taking care about in following that particular respective standard. According to our requirement, we have been following with these particular respective standards. In a similar way, we need to be implemented. In a similar way, we need to be implement in the framework. Let's see that how exactly we can implement. Implementing is nothing but we need to be design the framework. Designing the framework. What is the meaning of framework? Meaning of framework. Creation of folded structure with standard rules here. Design of the framework, we have to take care about in creating the respective folded structure according to this folded structure. According to this particular folded structure, we need to be continued developing that particular automation script. First, we have to design the framework. Based on that framework, we will continue in developing with automation script. Now let's see that how exactly we can design. Doing with the design, same concept will be followed. Doing with the design, same concept will be followed. That will be taking with creating with project. You need to be creating with the project. That will be taking with Java project. You need to be provide that particular project name. You can provide any of the project name. Whatever the project name you want to be provide, you can provide. After that, you need to be creating with respective packages. What is the one package we are creating? com.hrms.pages. One we are creating com.hrms.pages, and then taking with com.hrms.testscript, com.hrms.testscript, and after that, which will be taking with consider com.hrms.com.hrms. which will be taking with utility. According to that project requirement, according to that particular project requirement, we need to be taking care about. According to that particular project requirement, we need to be taking care about in providing that particular required steps here. So now we got created the respective packages. Now this particular one, we need to be creating respective class. Need to be provide the class name. So that particular class name we are creating with login page. We are creating with the class name that will be considering the login page. Okay. And after that, which will be creating one more class that will be taking with logout. According to test cases to be automated, according to test cases to be automated, we need to be creating the respective classes, taking with test script, under test script, which we will be taking with the help of providing the class TC001. Under test script, you can maintain all your actual automation script considering that TC002. Then you will be taking with utility, which you will be taking with utility. What is the class name we are creating? What is the class name we are creating? Base class. Not like mandatory of same class name. It's not like mandatory of same class name. That class name can be anything. For understanding, we provided. For understanding, we provided that particular class name that we will be taking with base class here. Now, this is how you will be taking with design of the framework. Design of the framework, we need to create folder structure. According to that folder, we need to be follow standard rules here. And after that, need to be get start developing automation script. On which basis we have to develop automation script? Based on manual test cases. Based on manual test cases, we need to be developed. Based on manual test cases, we need to be get developed automation scripts here. Okay. Now, see the step. Based on manual test cases, we need to be develop automation script. That particular automation script, we need to be developed by using Selenium. To work with Selenium, what we require? To work with Selenium, what we require? Jar files. Based on jar files, what we can access? Packages. Based on packages, class. Based on the class, method. What is the use of the method? To perform an action. So the same concept will be applied. So the same thing it will be applied. Doing all the programming concept is same. You need to be get add that particular respective jar file. You need to be get add that particular respective jar file. It will be taking with Selenium related. It will be taking with Selenium jar file. Along with the Selenium, it will be taking with TestNG. Along with the Selenium, we need to be go with TestNG. So the one, it will be adding the jar file, considering the TestNG jar file here. Okay. So we need to be get consider, apply and close. All that particular jar files has been added to the project. Once jar files has been added, doing the programming, same concept. Once jar files has been added, doing the programming, same concept. Considering the base class. In base class, under base class, what we are maintaining? Our driver object, and after that, open application, and then consider close application. According to the requirement, we are providing our main driver object. Apart from the driver object, we are taking with open application and then taking with close application. Now we can see this particular driver, as usual, you guys are very well knowing, considering the WebDriver driver. Okay, giving an error. Why it is giving an error? we need to be get import that package. But this driver object, is it related to only this class here? We need to use a driver object for the whole project. This driver object need to use for whole project. Because of that, we are making as a public. Okay, done. Next, need to be get open the application, writing the statement void and then mentioning that open application. Okay. Now here we need to be get taking with the statement. We need to be get taking with the statement. To open application as usual. What is the statement you will write? Oh, what is the statement you will write? What is it? System dot set property. Okay. After that, WebDriver dot gecko dot driver. Okay. After that, need to be provide path of driver dot exe. We need to be get provide path of driver dot exe. We need to be get provide path of driver dot exe. So we need to be get mention that gecko driver dot exe. We need to be get mentioning that gecko driver dot exe. After that, you will be taking with driver. Equal to mentioning about taking with new Firefox driver, which will be taking with new Firefox driver. It is giving an error. What need to be done? Need to be get import that package. So after that, we need to enter URL. To enter URL, what is the method name? One is navigate.to. Another one is get method, which we will be taking with navigate.to. We need to be get provide that particular application URL. We need to be get provide that particular application URL. Okay. Once we got provided application URL, we are using with the statement considering dot reporter dot log. We are using the statement reporter dot log. What is the use of reporter dot log? Use of reporter dot log. Printing the statements in HTML report. To print with the statement in HTML report, we are using reporter.log. Need to be get mentioning the application open. Then you will be taking with close application. So here we need to be write with the statement considering the close application. Okay. So here to close application, what you will write? Driver.close. Okay. So then writing the statement reporter.log. So here what need to be provided? Application closed. Okay. Now apart from all these things, the whole framework I'm making as a static. Everything, the whole framework I'm making as a static. The reason I'm taking with the static is, what is the advantage of static methods? We can access by class name. Do we require to create an object? For static method, do we require to create an object? No, we doesn't require to create an object. We can access by using class name here. So because of that, we are making everything as a static. The whole thing we can make it as a static. Okay. Then you will be taking with login page. So here we need to be provide login page related objects and then need to write login page related functions. We need to write login page related objects and we need to be get provide login page related functions here. Considering that objects, considering that taking with objects here. So login page related objects, login page related object, related to login page. What are the objects we have to identify? Username text box, password text box, and then login button. Now we can see everything you're making as a static, everything making as a static. Considering that text box which will be taking with login name equal to that will be taking by dot considering that name. What is the name of the text box? What is the name of the text box? TXT username. Okay. After that, again taking with static by considering TXT and then mentioning that password equal to taking with by dot. It will be taking with name. So we need to be provide. What is the name of that? TXT password, which need to be provide TXT password. Okay. After that, which will be taking with the statement, which will be taking with the statement, considering that static, taking with by mentioning that login equal to by dot considering that name need to be get provided that particular name. So this is how you are providing the objects related to login page. As we are working with the framework, making as a totally different, objects has been totally different and functions has been totally different. Writing with the function, static, void, taking with the method name. What is the method name? What is the method name? Login. For this login function, you are providing the parameter considering that string username and consider string password here. Okay. Now we need to be get perform login. To perform the login, what are the steps need to be done? Enter username. After that, enter password. After that, click on login button. To enter username, what is the statement we have to write? Driver dot find element. Where is find element? Or if I want to access that find element, what need to be done? Which package? Your driver object available in base class. In the base class, you provided your main required driver reference. This particular driver reference need to be get access in login page. For that, you are considering the taking with extends mentioning that base class here, but giving an error. What need to be done? Import package. We need to be get import that package. Okay. Now we can see here writing the statement driver dot. So that you will be taking find element. That by statement already defined. As the by statement already defined, we will be using it. Considering that dot, what is the method name? What is the method name? Send keys. Send keys of taking with username. After that, driver dot taking with find element, considering that txt password dot, it will be taking with send keys, that it will be taking with password, and then mention that driver dot find element taking with login dot, it will be taking with click activity, and after that it will be taking with reporter dot log, and then printing the statement login completed. Okay, now we can see related to login page, whatever the objects required, whatever the functions required, provided. Similar to that, we will take logout. Related to logout also, what need to be provided? Required objects. After that, required function. This particular object taking the same static, taking with by, mentioning that link underscore, taking with logout, equal to, you will be taking with by dot, mentioning that link text here. Need to be get provide that particular respective logout. Okay. After that, we need to write that particular respective function. So for that particular one, we need to be get mentioning about taking with void, and then it will be taking with logout. So that you need to write the statement considering that driver dot. What about find element? What need to be done? What need to be done? Extends of base class here, giving an error. Need to import that package. Okay. So now driver dot consider find element, and then taking with link underscore logout, taking with the dot, providing with click activity, considering that printing with the statement. So printing with the statement that will be mentioning that reporter dot log. So here what will be printed? Logout completed. Okay, done. So now this is how it will be taking with verify page. Verification also same thing here. It will be writing it. Everything you are taking the static void, mentioning about verify title here. So the title you are passing here string title. Okay. So now as usual, you will be taking with if condition. Verification, you are already knowing it. To retrieve the title, driver dot. What about that method? Why we are not accessing? Again, as usual, what need to be done? Taking with extends of base class. Okay. So which need to be get import. So this particular one, we need to be get import that package. Now driver dot. What is the method name? What is the functionality of get title? Functionality of get title to retrieve title from application, and then taking the method name. What is the method name? Equals of, we need to be provide with title. If title is matching, printing dot reporter dot log, mentioning that title match. In case of not match, taking with else statement. So that else statement, considering that reporter dot log, that will be mentioning about title not match. Why exactly title not match? We need to be printed that will be taking with driver dot get title. So at class finally it will be taking with your respective test cases. Finally you will be taking with your respective test cases. If required, you can go with main method as we are working test ng. Do we require main method? In a place of main method, what we are using? Taking with annotations here. So providing that, taking with public static void and then provided that particular test case. Now here we need to be get perform test step. To perform the test step, first I need to be get open the application. To open application, what is the statement I have to write here? We are already written open application. So what need to be written here? Create an base class dot open application. See the advantage of static method. We are taking with the class name. With the help of the class name, we are accessing it. So once we got open application, we need to verify the title. To verify the title, what need to write it? To verify the title, what need to write it? What is it? Verify page dot verify page dot verify title. We need to take with verify page dot verify title. So that we will be providing some title. Then need to do the login. For doing the login, login page dot login. What are the details it is expecting? Username and password. You need to be provide. You need to be provide username. After that, need to be get provide password. You need to be provide username and need to be provide that password. Okay. After that, need to go with again verifying the title. To verify the title, what need to write it? Verify page dot verify title. Okay. So need to be get provide. Need to be get provide title. We need to be get provide title. Okay. After that, we need to take with logout. What need to write? Logout page. What happened? Only logout. Okay. Logout dot logout. And finally, need to close application. What need to write? What need to write? Base class dot close application. So that is how it will be taking with POM. So all the things we got maintained, which we will be taking with considering that this particular class name and then taking with method names, but giving an error. Error is all. What is the issue? Save activity. Save activity need to be done. Okay. So now we can see that. So now I can see here imported all the required packages created with the class, accessing all the required methods based on the test step. What is the option we are using? Run as test ng test. What is that? Just 1 minute, just 1 minute. Library need to be added. What is that login page? Okay. So which need to take that login and then taking with the logout, providing that run will be the one, pass will be the one. So if we take this particular refresh, what is the folder we got? Test-output. So if we go to this particular one, you can see that all the required results. What are the results you will have? Emailable report, index, default sort. So that if we take with default sort, it will be providing all the results here. Run will be the one, failure will be the 0. So just you can see that having with another report, emailable report. If we look into emailable report, run will be the 1. So providing all that results here. So this is how you need to be taking care about in implementing this particular POM. If you want to implement test suite, same taking with the XML file, need to create XML file for that particular XML file. For that XML, you will be using the tag name. What are the tag names you will be using? Classes or packages. Either you will be taking with the tag name is classes or you will be taking with the tag name is packages. So that is how you need to go with test suite. So this is how you guys need to be get comfortable the frameworks part here. So in case of testing, you have to take care about all these Selenium related methods. So for the interview purpose, you have to take care about these Selenium related methods, or you need to be taking care about in writing with the syntaxes. In case of attending the interviews on Selenium, testing related to the automation, you need to be get comfortable with all that particular respective syntaxes need to be comfortable. Along with that, need to be get comfortable in explaining about with frameworks here. So this is what we are stopping with other technical things. So tomorrow I'll take care about how you can get with the way of interview questions, and then we'll take care about how you can go with the resume. With the respective of testing, with the respective of the testing, if you want to be provide the information, what are the information you can provide related to the fresher level or related to the experience level, that I'll be discussing it by tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last session here. So tomorrow I'll be stopping with my sessions here. From day after tomorrow, you can continue with your DevOps sessions here. So by tomorrow, I'll be closing with the sessions. So tomorrow, I will get my email ID. Having my email ID? All right. Tomorrow, you can remind me. So we'll get with the email ID. If required, I will get the number also. Okay. So tomorrow, I'll give all the information. So all the resume related, everything I'll provide. So by tomorrow, I'll stop with my sessions here. Okay. After that, take with the plan according to your curriculums. Okay. Carry on. Thank you. Did you install TestNG? Annotation you have not provided, right? This is main method you written. You need to give the TestNG annotation, right? This is main method. In a place of main method, you have to get TestNG annotation. Yes, guys. Online students, if you have any questions, you can carry on.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, how to make sir get experience, sir?
That I'll tell you tomorrow. All those information I'll give you tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Yep. Okay, guys. Take care about the things. Meet you tomorrow then. Yep. ఒక్క నిమిషం